Let's solve the questions of balancing the chemical equations. In previous classes, I already explained the balancing of the chemical equation. So again, for first, can we solve like an which element is the higher number of atom? Number one. Second thing, many books says that first metals solve, then non-metals, then hydrogen, then oxygen. Both are true and both are accept. Okay. So solve. So first question is the nitrogen plus oxygen gives NH3. Okay, plus H2 gives NH3. Okay, so balance it. Okay, highest number is hydrogen, and so the balancing the hydrogen not. So according to second rule, both rule are accept. So first so the hydrogen has 3 carbon, 3 atoms, and here is 2. For balancing, I multiply with the 2 becomes 6, and here multiply by 3. Now the hydrogen is 6, nitrogen 2, nitrogen 2. If I go with the second rule, we say that the non-metal, metal, and then hydrogen, then oxygen. So non-metal is there is nitrogen, so nitrogen is 2. Here is nitrogen 1, so multiply by 2 become 2, and it is 6 for both are correct. Okay. Second is hydrogen plus Cl2 gives HCl. Similar, so multiply by 2. This is the 2, so here become 2 and both multiply. Similarly, for sodium plus oxygen gives sodium plus of oxygen. Okay, here the sodium metal is 2 and the here metal is 1. If I multiply this become 2. Now the first time for oxygen, the oxygen is 2 and his oxygen is 1 by the method 1. Then metal, non-metal, hydrogen and oxygen. The method 1 says first metal, then non-metal, then hydrogen, and then oxygen. And second metal says this try the compound which highest number of atom. Okay, so oxygen is 2 and oxygen is 1. If I multiply 1 by 2, that is also balance, but if I multiply by this by the 2, it is become the oxygen 2, nitrogen 4. So for 4 I again multiply by 2 and this become 4 Na and 2 O2, 4 Na and 2 O2. Okay, both are correct. And by the way, this method just we say that the number which is the highest power is 2, 4, all are correct. Okay, second thing is the fourth part, which is aluminium plus oxygen 2 gives Al2O3. Okay, so oxygen or aluminium is 2, I multiply by 2. Okay, all aluminium is balanced. Now for oxygen is 3, here oxygen is 2, I multiply with the 2, no, not change, so I multiply with the 3 and it multiply by 2, so the oxygen is 6 and here oxygen is 6. Now but aluminum is 4, but here is aluminum 2, so again multiply by this become 4. Same. And the second way you can also solve like aluminium plus of O2. I forget the rule number 1, then also we can solve like oxygen is 3. For 3 I multiply with the 3 become 6 and become 2 and become 4. Both are correct way. Okay, and the E part, the part E, the KClO3 gives KCl plus of O2. Okay, first KCl, K is 1, chlorine is 1, oxygen is 3 and oxygen is 2. I multiply with 2, this become multiply by 3 because it becomes 6, and for this 2 because all this is here is 2, chlorine is 2, but this is 1, so now this. And question number F, this is for your HW. Try to solve it, and in the next class I gave you some more questions, and then we moved our next topic, which was our type of reaction, then move with the next topic. Okay, I hope you understand. We will meet in next video. Bye bye.